Going on, beautiful people? I pray you're doing incredibly well. Welcome to the new year. This is January 1 at the time of me recording this, 2026. I'm super excited to be bringing you this video. And I wanted to do something a little bit special, something a little bit different than I normally would on these videos. And that's just talk with you from the heart. Okay. If you are somebody that is wanting to transform your life in 2026, and get started in real estate investing, this video is for you, right? If you've been on the fence, if you've been kind of on the sideline, not knowing where to start or how to start, on this video, I'm going to be sharing with you things that have served me very well over the years. I'm going to be sharing with you things that helped me go from truck driver to full-time real estate investor, okay? And so hopefully I won't make this video too long, but I will make it impactful. I have 4 points that I want to share with you that I think can help you transform your life. All right. And so, as I mentioned a moment ago, if you're just now tuning in and this is the very first time that you're seeing me, my name's Clifford Walker. All right. Known as the Cowboy Closer. And as I mentioned a moment ago, I was a truck driver when I got started in real estate investing. I got started in 2019. Okay. And so I had absolutely no experience when it came to flipping houses, buying houses, doing rentals, doing wholesaling, all of that creative stuff, right? I was as green as it came. Y'all, I was a long haul truck driver. I didn't know how to talk to people, none of those things, okay? There are no fancy degrees back here on the wall, anything like this. And so, number one, I know it's extremely cliche to say, but if I can do it, you can do it. I just need you to really know that. Right. But the first point that I want to bring up to you is that you need to find a mentor. Okay. This industry is forever evolving, forever changing. Even in the 6, 7 years that I've been active in this business, things have been changing. Right. And so you need to get plugged in to a mentor and to a community that is actively doing deals. You see, there's a lot of people out here that are maybe teaching something that they've done 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Okay, well, times have changed and things have changed. All right. And so it's important to have somebody that you can lean on, right? When things come up, when things pop up, that is extremely important here. So find a community. And I'm not just saying that because I have a coaching community, right? I'm saying that is because that is what really changed my life when I invested in myself, right? And something also happens when you take that leap of faith and you invest in yourself a lot of the times, right? When you actually put your money where your mouth is. Now, it's the same thing when we go to college, right? We're typically paying, right, to get some type of degree to work in a current field or career. The same thing applies here. Why would you not go and get a mentor, a coach, somebody that can help you? And this is some numbers. I don't think I've shared this before on YouTube publicly, but my very first mentor that I got cost me $40,000. Okay. That was a huge thing, right? Not only that, though, a lot of people kind of cringe at that and be like, oh, wow, I would never do that. But my first year alone, my very first year in real estate investing, I made a little over $340,000 in wholesales alone. I did 4 flips my first year. And then I also bought 4 rentals my first year. So you tell me, was that ROI worth it? Yes or no? Right? And so I share that with you to know that, okay, that's well worth it. And that's what a good mentor should do for you. They should help you 10x your investment. Okay. So I kind of hit the nail on that. But step number 2 is follow their blueprint. I know that this seems logical, but you would be surprised how many people don't actually follow their blueprint, right? I remember, as I mentioned a second ago, that very first mentor that I got, there was literally several of us that joined that community. And I can't tell you how many people have done nothing with the training that they were given, right? I didn't go and reinvent the wheel. I didn't go out there and try to take on the world myself, right? I literally followed the steps that my mentor laid out. Step one, step two, step three, step four. That was it. That was it. And I took the imperfect action, y'all. It's crazy to me, right? Uh, how many people don't do that? It sounds very simple, but yeah, I think that a lot of people overlook, like, do not. And here's the issue too. And we're just talking, and I pray this is valuable to you. If it's valuable, please leave a comment below. But I kind of just wanted this to be a chill video that we're having a conversation with. But anywho, I can't tell you when there's so many different YouTubers, influencers, people on social media sharing with you how they're doing things. Here's the thing: when you have 20 different people telling you 20 different ways, guess who's right? They're all right. Okay, because that's what's working for them, right? Somebody can come on here and say, "Hey, I'm crushing it cold calling right now, seller leads." The next person can say, "Cold calling sucks. I hate cold calling. This is what you should be doing," right? And it's not that they're lying. It's just that's what they prefer to do, and it's working for them. So when you block out all that extra noise, it allows you to get laser focused and follow the blueprint that your mentor or coach laid out for you. So step number 3, embrace the learning curve. All right. Listen, there is going to be a massive learning curve that you're going to go through when you're doing any single thing new, right? Going back to that college analogy, right? When you started college, they typically sent you, or you had to do some type of unpaid intern for the most part. Some are paid, but you get the point. You did some type of internship working with this job or working in your field, so that way you could learn all of the steps, all of the process, or a lot of it, right? Because you're not going to have it all figured out, right? In most careers, if you've been in the medical field for 5-10 years, I'm sure there's things that you're still learning, right? And so just embrace the learning curve. Another funny analogy that I love to share with some of my corral members is this. Do you have a driver's license? I want you to think back of the time when you first started driving. Okay. Now, some of us have to think back a lot further than others, right? But think back on that time when you first got in that vehicle, right? You were probably nervous. You were starting and stopping, right? You were hitting curves, swerving in and out of your lanes. There was a learning curve that happened, right? And God forbid that very first time you had to get on the freeway, right, is probably the scariest thing for most people, most new drivers. But somewhere along the way, the more that you got in the driver's seat and then you started that car, you started to get the hang of things, right? Now you can do it so naturally. Now some of us are putting on makeup when we're driving. Some of us, if you're country like me, you're hanging your arm out the window, right, while you drive with one hand. It's become second nature. We're even texting and driving these days. But there was a learning curve that you went through. Give yourself that same grace, okay, when you're going through this and getting started. And the last point that I want to bring up to you is number 4, focus on serving, okay? When you focus on serving in this industry, it alleviates any pressure of you needing to be this grandmaster closer. You with me? Right? I go into these homes, I go into these conversations with these sellers saying, "Hey, Mr. Seller, how can I serve you? If we're a good fit to work together, great. If not, great too. I want to lay some options out and just see where we need to go from here," right? And when you focus on serving, you'll be surprised how much of an impact you make, how much income you're going to make as a result. Not only that, but the level of peace and joy that you're going to have in this industry. And longevity. I'm in this real estate business for the long haul. This is my career. This is what I plan on doing until the good Lord calls me home, right, for the rest of my days, right? Not maybe this one specific strategy, but I'm going to venture into several different real estate investing strategies, right, at some point. And so I love it. And I think that if you want longevity in this business, you need to focus on serving. Some of the most highly successful people, some of the most wealthiest people in the world always put service first. So again, I just wanted this video to be like a laid back conversation. I'm here with my coffee and just wanted to pour into y'all on this January 1st. And again, these things still apply even if you're watching this and it's April 1st or May 1st, okay? Still keep these things at the forefront and watch how much success you have in your real estate investing journey. So y'all take care, be blessed,